Hey y'all, today is the day that I review Fenty Beauty. I am still very excited about this video review of Fenty Beauty line. Fenty Beauty came out what now? September 9th? How many weeks was that? Let me see. Fenty Beauty came out 20 days ago. Wow. Wait, is that correct? Yeah. Today's the 29th of September and I finally just found time to review the products. But before I review, there we go. But before I get into the review, I just wanted to talk about the little hoopla that my girl Rihanna caused. First of all, I'm a Rihanna Navy. I'm not a stan, but I love the kid. Like, I've always loved Rihanna since she came out. She's very relatable. She's not like your average celebrity. She's not afraid of being herself, which is what I've loved from day one. Rihanna will go back and forth with you in the comment section if you try to come for her. So, and I know everybody isn't gonna like Rihanna and everything ain't for everybody. That's okay. So Rihanna, this is her first time doing this. We already know. I just want to talk about this a little bit before I get into the review. She came out with her Fenty line and she came out with 40 shades of foundation. Looking from home on the launch day, I honestly thought that the foundation bottles, where is it? I honestly thought that the foundation bottle was a concealer. I did not think that she was coming out with foundation. And then when I saw it, when I went to the store and I saw the lineup, it went from light to dark. At first I was like, bitch, what? And then I rewind, skirt. And then I read up on what she did and why she did it. So let's just talk about that for a second because a lot of people got it twisted on YouTube. So Rihanna came out with 10 shades for Porcelain Light. Okay? So then she came out with 10 shades for light, 10 shades for medium, 10 shades for dark. And to me, I feel like that was fair. You know, you're not just going to come out with 11 dark shades and then come out with 2 shades for light. Rihanna's fans are come in different colors, so I feel like she catered to that first, and I feel like she executed it, and she has all these bigger brands shook, like she was shaking their table. And I feel like you should give credit where credit is due. The kid did it the first launch and she got it right the first time. Was it perfect? For some, yes, but for some, maybe no, and that's okay. You know, everything ain't for everybody, and she's still gonna continue to expand, so some people just need to chill, you know. I feel like so far so good. She did a good job on her first launch. I've been wearing this foundation for a while and I'm able to, you know, form my own 2 cents and my opinion on what I think. Today's video, I'm going to be doing my face with one side 450 shade and one side 440 shade. One thing I really liked about Rihanna and her brand with this launch is that even though she had a launch party with a lot of influencers, at midnight, civilians like you and me were able to get it. For that, she's the real MVP. With other brands, the influencers get it first, and then you gotta wait a couple of days or a week or wait in queue online for it to launch and it'll get sold out. None of that happened. Fenty Beauty refused to sell out, and when it finally started selling out, guess what shades were gone the first? The dark shades. The shades that some of these bigger companies be like, oh, they don't sell, so we're not gonna make them. Right. And then the other day on Instagram, I saw Makeup Forever trying to come for Rihanna, like talking about 40 shades ain't new to us, but that don't mean it's right. Some of y'all shades still be ashy gray, casket ready. Let's get it right. Okay, and Makeup Forever is a big brand, and for them to engage in that level of petty, I felt like it was unnecessary. Like, even though 40 shades is not new to you, can somebody else not do it and kill it and do it right? Like, if I wanted to come out with foundation shades and I came out with 40 shades, it's not competition. You know, everybody should be able to do what they want to do. But I just feel like when Rihanna came out with this, everybody just got their panties in a wad, and it's not even that serious, sis. It's not that serious. Anyways, into the foundation, I feel like if you know Rihanna, you know Rihanna doesn't wear cakey makeup. What I mean by cakey makeup is what we're used to seeing on Instagram. Rihanna is not an Instagram kind of makeup person. This foundation depicts what Rihanna is all about, which is natural finish, not too cakey, where you can look like yourself and not look like, you know, 15 shades of something else or whatever. So that's what the foundation is based off. I've seen Rihanna wear 340, 310, and 360, and they all look great on her. It's the Pro Filter Fenty Beauty Moisturizer. Some people who are oily were complaining about this did I say moisturizer? Primer. Some oily skin type people were complaining about the primer, and I'm gonna just say this. If you already have a primer that works for you as an oily girl, stick with it. You can just get a sample of this, but you don't have to buy it just to talk shit. That's what I'm saying. You know, I have a lot of oily friends that till today all they use is milk of magnesia. Like, they don't switch it up because they know they're oily and they know nothing else works for them. So I'm just gonna take some of the primer, and you guys, I really don't prime. I've said this before so many times. The only primer I have is the Bourgeois primer, but I really like how this primer feels on my face. It is literally like silky smooth and has a great smell to it. And for me, I feel like the primer brings everything together. It brings the foundation together, my concealer together that I got from her line, and everything just works well. Again, it's not going to work for everybody, but that doesn't mean that the product is bad. You know, the fact that it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it sucks. You know, most times, you guys already know me, I stick to what I know. And another thing I've been seeing is that with Fenty Beauty, a lot of people ordered online foundation. I would never order foundation online before trying it on. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. Like, for foundation, I always want to go in, get a sample, try it out on my own before I take the plunge and buy it. Foundation is not something I just buy just to buy. Like, it legit has to work for me, bro. If it doesn't work for me, I'm not gonna buy it, and I'm not gonna review it if it doesn't work, because I don't see the point. You know, so I feel like a lot of people were ordering online and then they get the shade and then it's not their shade and then they get mad. But you should have tried it on, sis, before you bought it. That's all I'm saying. It's foundation. It's not like lipsticks where you can just buy it and just try it on at home. This is something that should match your skin. So you don't want to just buy it online without going in the store to try it on. But to each his own. I just felt like I had to say that because all these reviews out here on YouTube are wilding and bugging. Alright, so I've done my eyeshadow off camera and my eyebrows just to save time. So I'm going to make this side $4.50. So this is what my sample looks like. $4.50. I'm just going to use my finger to distribute it all over my face. $4.50 for me is very red when applying, but dries down very nicely. But it's just one hair strand too dark. But you guys will see, I'm trying to divide my face into two so I can know, you know, what I'm doing. So this is $4.50. I'm gonna get a little bit more. Can you guys see that? Ooh, I thought I spilled my sample. Just a little. I think this is too much, but we'll see. And I also came out with a $32 brush, and for me it wasn't my cup of tea. I'm typically not the type of person to spend $32 on any brush by anybody. So I'm using my ELF foundation blurring brush, $6. And if you can catch them on sale, you can get it for $3 when they have 50% off. They typically have those sales around the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc. So I usually post when they have 50% off on my Snap for my friends on Snapchat. So from applying $4.50, I'm looking very red, but just keep watching. It dries down very well, which is why I like it. But it is not my shade. It is not my perfect shade. So that's why I want to show. And this is one of the most popular shades that sold out very quickly. I got my shade from the Sephora and JCPenney. A lot of people were sleeping on that and didn't know that JCPenney had some, so that's why I was able to buy my whole selection, and then from Sephora. So this is $4.50. You can see it's very red, and then this is nothing. So I'm going to take my $4.40 out the box. Where is it? I really like the glass feel of it. This was $32, and I thought that was, I just flung that somewhere. I thought that was very affordable for Rihanna Fenty Beauty, you know. Some of the foundations at Sephora are more than this. And this foundation reminds me of the NARS Luminous Weightless Foundation. It's kind of runny, and that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. You just gotta shake it. Yeah, look at this $4.50 drying down. So you just gotta shake it. As you can see, I've used it, so we're just gonna do a little line over here. And again, it's very runny, so some people like to squirt it on the back of their hands. This works for me because nobody else is using it but me, so I can do this. Then I'm gonna take my other e.l.f. brush. This is another foundation ultimate blending brush, so I'm gonna use this for the 440 side. Blend this out. Now this one goes on lighter and not as red as 440, but just watch, it's like magic. You guys, so I'm done blending. This is 450 and this is 440. This is my favorite side. Even though you can't really tell the difference, if you look closely, you see that I'm more warm and dark on this side. And then look at this one. I feel like this one just blends very well for me. Let me know what you guys think. This is my favorite side, 440. I feel like if I ever got really dark in the summer, this could work. And they both blend with my neck, in my opinion. Maybe this one not so much, but this side really blends in my neck, and I don't put foundation in my neck, so 450 works if I'm really burned in the summertime, but I rarely get dark, so that is that. So the next thing that I got from Rihanna, again, even though I love Rihanna, I didn't get everything from the line. That's just not the type of person that I am. Okay, speaking about getting everything from the line, Trophy Wife got everybody mad for whatever reason. Okay, Rihanna comes out with a green, metallic green highlighter, and y'all don't know how to act. Like you haven't seen blue, pink, purple highlighters before. So what's wrong with green? It's part of the color of the rainbow. So what's wrong with that? Everybody talking about, oh, is this? Then don't buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. When I saw Trophy Wife, I was like, nah, son, this ain't even me. And I didn't buy it, but that doesn't mean that it's not going. Somebody else is not going to like it. It's just not my type. My type of highlighter, and I'm not even that much of a highlighter person, so I wasn't even tripping over that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why people be tripping for nothing. So this is the Fenty Beauty Concealer in Suede. This was $26, and it came in a trio set with a highlighting cream and a contour stick. I currently use the Bobbi Brown contour stick in Espresso, which I'll be using in this video. So that is my ride or die, and my powder concealer from MAC. So I didn't think to get the concealer. So this concealer is, I'll let you guys see, but it's not really full coverage unless you build it up. So go ahead and apply the concealer, and if you're wondering how much comes in it, that's it. And this was $26. So I think it's thick for the price, but I feel like we're also paying for the packaging, you know, and it's magnetic. So if I had gotten the trio, it would have made more sense, but again, I didn't get it because I didn't feel like I needed everything in there. So I typically don't put concealer right here, but I want to do it today. I saw it on my girl's what's her name, Heroic Disaster highlight with this, and it looked bomb on her. So that is the concealer. Alright, yeah, so I'm going to be using my beauty blender by Beauty Blender. Rihanna also came out with a beauty blender. I didn't think to get it either because it's just not my thing. I have at least 6 of these at home, so, and 4 are unused. So if I don't need something, y'all, I'm not gonna buy it just to buy it. You feel me? I'm just like y'all, okay? I work hard for my money. I ain't gonna squander it just because I want to make a video. Hail to the now. And that's okay, you know, but not me. I only get what I need, and I have a lot of makeup, so some of these things I didn't even need, but I was like, okay, if I wanted to review this, what can I get that I would actually use, you know? That was my rationale. So she came out with a beauty blender that looks like half of an egg, and it looked like it'd be good, but I did not need it. Color payoff that I wanted. Again, this is not Instagram makeup, okay? If you're the type that you want heavy ass highlight under your eyes, then this is not for you. again, Rihanna is not the type that does Instagram makeup. Hers is pretty much like neutral look, barely there makeup kind of feel. Believe it or not, even though we are in the age of Instagram makeup, there are still some people in this world who don't even know what Instagram makeup is, and they do subtle makeup. So if you're the type that you don't like heavy makeup, then this line is just for you. My Kat Von D foundation is thick AF, okay? And that is like Instagram makeup worthy. No shade, but it does its job with covering and doing what you want to do. But there's a difference between the two for sure. Alright guys, so again, this side is $4.50 and this is $4.40. Let me know what you guys are thinking so far. So I'm gonna set my concealer with my Laura Mercier translucent powder in deep. So I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in espresso. I've had this for maybe what, 3 years now, and it's still my ride or die, and there's still a lot in there. Like I said, I switch back and forth from the cream to the matte powder by MAC. So I'm just going to contour a little, nothing too crazy, and blend it out. So now I'm going to dust off everything with my Makeup Forever Mattifying Duo Powder. I think this is 218. It rubbed off so you can't even see the number. So hold on. Blush time. I did not get any highlighters from her line. I just got something from Color Drain in the mail, which is this highlighter, and this is the name. I'll put it down. This reminded me of the Moscow Mule duo that she had in her line, so I figured I would use this instead. Let me just swatch it on the back. This just launched not too long ago, so just a little. That is a lot. So I'm gonna have to blend it out because nobody got time. Yeah, I hate when I see highlights on people on Instagram. Again, Instagram makeup, and it's a sharp straight line. Like, who said it had to be that way? Like, I just want to talk, because it looks like they just have one paper cut line on their face. I don't know why, but maybe it's in the Instagram guidelines or something. So I just try to blend mine into my blush, so it's not just a straight line. And I'm still gonna go over it with my powder brush, because I did not sign up for a straight line on my face. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my powder brush just to tone it down a little with no product, just the product that was on there before. And then now I'm gonna set my face. I think I'm done. Set my face with my Fix Plus. Ooh. And then I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so to finish up the look, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Bomb Gloss. Can you guys still do the difference in my face? This is my favorite side. This side is a little dark, so we can already tell that this is my shade. In upcoming videos, I will be doing a full face using 440. I just wanted to show you guys if you were 440 or 450 and didn't know. I hope that helps. So I'm going to be using a brown liner. This is the Kylie True Brown K liner. And you guys, I've been wearing this foundation for a while. I wore it in LA last time I went there, and it held up very well. Everyone loved it. It looked like natural skin. Again, which I think is the main focus behind the brand. And some people don't like natural, and that's okay. So this is not for you. I like to look like myself. I'll never forget the day that I met Fiercely Chocolate here on YouTube. She came to Chicago and we hung out in the city. And she told me, sis, the first thing I want to tell you is you look like yourself. I said, thank you. Thank you. Because some people don't be looking like themselves in real life. And that ain't going to be me. So this is Touch Lipstick by MAC. I have worn the Fenty Gloss Bomb before. It goes on like a Claire. I'll do it on the back of my hand. But I feel like you need something underneath to make it pop. So this is Gloss Bomb. Love the packaging. So cute. This is $18. This is what it looks like on the back of my hand. It really has a thick doe foot applicator. And it just goes on like a peachy. You can't really see the peachy undertone unless you're here. But if you have it, you know. It's not Claire, obviously. It has a tint to it. And when you put it on, it goes on Claire. So you can wear it to work, wear it to class. Every day. This is like everyday makeup. You know how people come on here and be like, my everyday makeup? This is literally everyday makeup. Like she's giving us the tools we need to create a natural look. And this smells like a candy stuff. Smells delish. It's not sticky, but it feels thick. Alright you guys, so this is the end of my video. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this is the side 440 and this is the side 450 and this is the side 440. 440 is definitely my shade. 450 can be my shade if I'm a little darker. And they both blend into my neck very well. Like I've said, I've worn this for a longer period of time in blazing weather, and it held up. It didn't move. It was still on my face. The concealer, like I said, if I could, I don't know if you guys can still see the dark lines over here. I could touch it up a little bit with my favorite concealer or whatever concealer that I'm using right now. So this is buildable, but if you're not the type that wants come at me kind of concealer, this is okay for you. It's not, I would not say that the concealer is full coverage. I would say medium coverage from what we're used to, you know. I can still see the dark lines on my face. Overall, I definitely recommend this line for anyone who's interested. Again, if you've never tried foundation before, ordering it online is the wrong move. You need to go to Sephora, get you a couple of samples, go home and figure it out. Overall, I love this brand, and I can't wait to see what Rihanna has in store for us. I saw on Instagram that she's coming out with lipsticks and eyeshadow palette in October, actually October 13th, I believe. So to everyone that was on here talking about why she didn't come out with this, that, it's coming. And why are people acting like if a new brand comes up, they're supposed to release all the products at once? Who does that? Whoever does that. Like, whoever does that, whoever launches everything at one time, nobody. So why would you expect it from somebody else? People just like to talk shit. But anyways, at first back in the day before I reviewed this video, all these YouTube videos on here were getting on my nerves, but now I'm doing better, you know, because Rihanna is not the one. So hopefully this video was helpful for those who are trying to figure out their shades. Believe it or not, a lot of people haven't bought Fenty Beauty. It's just the YouTube people that are crazy about it. So hopefully you guys found this video very helpful. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in into my channel once again. I don't know when I'll see you next, but I'll see you soon. So you can follow me on Snapchat to keep up with me, or what else? That's it. I don't do nothing else. I don't even go on Instagram as much anymore. But yeah, if you want to keep up with me, follow me on Snap. I'll put the name at the end of this video. So thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.